Previously on Princes of the Apocalypse. Last Rites was struck a blow with the final breath attack of the young blue dragon they had unwittingly come across. Yvain was struck down, and despite the best efforts of their healers, her soul had already left on its next adventure. Heartbroken, the group took some time to send her off and to begin the mourning process. Set on revenge, the remaining members of the team entered in the cave system the dragon came out of. There, they encountered a number of cultists, whom Last Rites were all too happy to wipe out. Afterward, they recovered some items from the dragon's hoard before bunking down for a bit of rest. What will they do next? Find out as Power Word Play presents Princes of the Apocalypse.
Hey everybody, welcome. We are Power Word Play, and this is our run-through of Princes of the Apocalypse. My name is Beth. I am your kind of benevolent DM on this journey. Super quick shout out, as always. Thank you to Syrinscape for your wonderful music choices. We have some cool dungeon ambiance going on right now. I think we had somebody else who wanted to do a shout out.
Yes, thank you to Pen and Paper Pod for their shout out, and thanks to AJ for the raid last week.
Thank you guys. We are picking up after a rather emotional game last week. We're still sort of in a precarious situation at the moment, in the middle of a cavern system. I'm going to toss it over to you guys.
Wait, something emotional happened last week?
We're 2 party members down at the moment.
Right. So this is us coming out of our short rest.
Our second short rest.
Our second short rest.
Yeah.
Correct. You guys took at least 2 hours.
So everybody's back up, just still not fully.
Okay, are we gonna try to check out the rest of the cave before we go?
I mean, at least try and check out the rest of the cave, and then if it's safe, we might just be better off resting down here. I think everybody's kind of exhausted.
Yeah, my giant will stay if we want to do that.
Can your giant move to the entrance, or is he stuck here?
We can move to the entrance. Yes.
As I double check the item.
Yeah. He can just follow us and watch our back.
Yeah, just as a reminder, there wasn't an entrance so much as a hole that you all
Yeah.
went down. So he can stand. I guess technically you could float him in the hole.
Yeah.
You'd be like half out.
Have him stand upright, yeah.
I don't know if standing him upright is going to be the best idea. It might be a beacon that something's going on here. We might attract another adventuring party. That'd be awkward.
He can just, sit at the bottom of the hole.
Okay, well, let's go take a peek. Come here, boy.
And I just clap at the giant.
Okay.
And it's weird. As he moves, he doesn't fit, but, his body, it's because he's an illusion. He just kind of goes and is, in the wall. Like a video game glitch. So, yeah, I'll move him and plop him down over there.
Alright, I have a level of... Oh, I have 2 levels of exhaustion. So I can't move that much. Have 12 feet of movement now.
Did we take our short rest last time, or do we take it now?
Yes.
Yeah, we actually technically took 2.
Then ignore the hit dice that I rolled, because I rolled it last time.
Does this mean Cade wants to ride in the backpack?
I guess.
It's not a bad idea.
My body's just sore. Also, if I am riding the backpack, Kessim, can you make sure to pick up Bet Whittler on the way out? I dropped it back there.
I
The
got it.
spear. Spear.
got it.
right
right.
through last battle. Thank you, Faye.
You're welcome.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
No, but your wings were on your. Okay.
Bjorn just stands up and starts walking towards
I mean,
the
you had a giant fan, so literally like wind. Like,
I forgot that I can do that.
Yeah.
We just kind of picked that up along the way, and it's not really part of my persona, but it does come in handy sometimes.
Yeah, Kate, I think the better compliment would be, you're the fire in my heart. Because, you know.
he's my fire, my one desire.
Fire is all-consuming, and that would mean that I would burn you from the inside out. So maybe not that either.
Oh, that is very wise.
Maybe just. You're cool. That works. too.
Yeah. Cool. Yes, Tessa, I suppose I'll have to get into the backpack. And we're gonna pretend. Because I don't think Alexander has control of my token in order to do that.
I'm feeling very vulnerable all of a sudden.
Lead the waves.
Bjorn's already heading up there. He just stood up and kind of walked away.
Bjorn, I think that's a dead end. I think.
Yeah, I think we explored that side.
Did we?
Yeah, you did.
Got turned around. Never mind.
Let's go.
You know, it was very
Will thought it
disorienting.
kept going that direction.
Boys in the front.
Faye, you coming? Hey. For Bette Whittler. I'll be there in a second. And I hand it up to Kate.
Thank you.
Hey, Faye, make me a Constitution saving throw.
$11.
Okay, you pause for a second as this on and off again tingly feeling that you've been having is like a jerk almost behind your navel, and it makes you almost nauseous for a second. But it quickly passes.
You okay? Oh, I mean, I'm fine now.
I'll just run by and I high five my illusory giant.
He high fives like your whole body.
Alright, coming around this corner. Did we ever check out like this?
No, but as you pass, it's just there are more cave-ins everywhere you go. Just piles and piles of rock.
Yeah, because when I saw the magic stuff, it pointed us in the direction of where the guys were.
Right.
When I looked down in the hole. Yeah.
Actually, I still can do 10 minutes of detect magic. That is one of the 2 things I can still do today.
Hell yeah. And we have stupid vision, right? Or we don't because of the rest.
No,
It
that's
was
fine.
over an hour.
Yeah.
It was over 2 hours, so
Oh,
everybody's
okay.
back to normal vision except me.
I'll cast light as we're moving around in here.
But I will throw detect magic up for 10 minutes.
Okay. Currently, you're not pinging anything.
That's fine. Rather
Uh,
have it up and not need it than not and not. Oh no, we're splitting the party. We guys. I'm coming. I know. I'm lagging behind. No, it's the people in front who are going in different directions. Ah, Bjorn! What are you doing?
He just went around the corner and didn't answer.
I follow Bjorn. We're not
Oh,
doing
boy.
this. I'm not losing you too.
Bjorn, stop where you are, please. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
7.
Okay.
Oh, no.
The ground beneath you has a very faint rumble, but you are looking forward and not really paying attention, and there's a lot of loose gravel here, loose rock, and you slip and fall forward. You're able to catch yourself on your hands, but being that close to the ground, you actually see that there is some cloth sticking out from underneath a rock to your right.
Okay, I will grab it and examine it.
It's pinned.
Okay, I'll use. I'll just try to kind of dig it out. Is it like pin where I can't get it out, like boulders on top of it, or gravel?
Mm-hmm. No, it's a giant rock on top of it.
Okay. Looks like we squashed someone. Serves them right. And is there anything else in this area?
No, as you continue to look around. Just see more closed off rooms.
I'll go back. There's nothing up here, Faye.
But didn't you? I thought you were. What were you saying about we crushed someone?
There's a dead cultist. They was crushed by rock.
Oh. Okay.
They deserve nothing less.
Yeah. I go just to look at what the cultist looks like. I'm assuming I just see a crushed body.
It's just cloth pinned under a boulder. That's all that you can see.
Can I try to pull the cloth?
Yeah, make a strength check.
Okay.
Yeah, we're lacking in the strength department.
3.
Don't ask the barbarian or the furball. We can't.
Well,
move
the
things.
barbarian has disadvantage because she's exhausted, so.
I can only push drag or lift 780 pounds.
I rolled a 3.
Nothing happens.
Oh, well. Screw you, cultist that I'm assuming is underneath these rocks.
Have Teddy teleport him out.
I don't have Teddy right now.
Oh. I'm gonna check down here.
Dirty is dirty.
Too soon.
Okay.
Wow.
Sorry, working on some stuff. Okay. You're going around the corner, huh?
Yes, wizard in front for some reason.
I got this, guys.
He's being very brave.
I am.
Okay. Yep. Just another corner. Some dirt and some rock. Okay, Kesem, you start to catch the faint glow of a dark green color coming from around the corner.
Magic up ahead.
Where exactly?
I point to where I see it.
It's around the corner somewhere.
Somewhere in there.
Stack, you would not move that far because when you get to about where Kesem is, you can see on the floor make an Arcana check.
17.
Okay. You have never seen this in person before, but you can recognize the very at least parts of what appear to be a runic circle. And they are engraved into the ground, and it looks like it would be a bit more central. About this big, but the walls have collapsed around the edges.
Is that what's glowing?
It is what's glowing.
Okay, maybe we be very careful in the glowy circle.
What's the school of magic?
Dark green you would know to be conjuration.
Conjuration.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna come like kind of right up to the edge of it, not
Okay.
touching it.
Okay.
And looking down, is anything in the glyphs or the carvings or anything like elemental eye that we've kind of been piecing together?
Making an investigation check.
17 again.
Okay. Not Elder Eye related, but you do see that pyramid shape right smack dab in the center.
Huh.
This might be another. Does it look like it's on? Like it's active?
Based off of your Arcana check previously, because of the collapsing of the walls, you think it's been broken.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find like a loose rock or something behind me and just kind of roll it into the middle of it.
Sure, easily done. There's a very weak lighting, but it fades quickly and nothing happens.
So I'll turn around to the group and have my hands like this.
So, don't think it's working. I think we should finish the collapsing job.
What do you think it is?
I think it's some sort of summoning circle, teleportation circle, something. I don't know.
Ooh.
The only other thing that I could really see, like, potentially doing with this is all of us going into it. If it would even take us somewhere. But that doesn't seem great. And we can't just leave it, I don't think. That would be wise.
And he kind of points at the pyramid, like the Delver symbol in the middle. Because they're using it for something.
Do you... Hypothetically, were we to all walk into this symbol, we have no idea where it goes, do we?
That's why I was leaning on the destroy it side, because it gets a little, you know.
Or maybe we take a rest, get healed up, walk in, it teleports us to their headquarters, and we fuck them up.
I'm with you,
I
except,
like it.
what if their headquarters are in Tharizdun's front yard?
Or the elemental plane of Earth, where we might not be able to breathe.
When you'll be fine. I've always been fine. You'll be fine.
No, we super won't.
If it is in Tharizdun's front yard, he is still asleep, as far as we know. So as long as we're quiet, we won't wake him up.
Also, hypothetically, this doesn't really need a tether. So it could just plop us somewhere with no way back.
Oh, even better, we could end up somewhere like Pandemonium.
I don't know what that is.
Demonium.
I still don't see the problem. Seems like a win-win to me. We get the fuck out of here, we don't have to go as far, and in the works to fight.
Faye, would you like to explain what the elemental plane of fire is like?
I understand. I understand what the elemental planes are like.
I don't. here's the thing. You guys keep saying that it's really bad, but I've only had really good experiences there. Like, you're talking about pandemonium and all that, but let's be real. Life is pandemonium, and so you gotta live every day like it's your last. Because sometimes stuff happens, and you end up somewhere you're not supposed to be, or you get breathed on by a fire, not fire, by a big blue dragon. So either way, no matter where we end up, we're gonna be okay. And I don't want any of this nonsense about the elemental planes being bad, because I have been there, and I'm pretty alright, you know?
Hey, Miranda, make me an Arcana check.
I would love to see what the inside of your mind is like. I think that's the plan.
17.
Okay. You have been to an elemental plane before, but you've also heard of a couple of the others. And the elemental plane of Earth is literally just a rock. Literally a rock. Do with that information what you will.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Excellent.
I think the inside of your brain is the plane of pandemonium, actually.
My brain is very organized. You just have to have the answer key to figure it out. Yeah.
So like Sigil, the city of doors. You just need to know where all the doors go.
How do you know
Or
about all these
maybe-
places?
That's what we do as clerics. We learn about the outer planes.
Really?
Yeah.
Go to
Maybe you don't
cleric
even know
school?
the doors are there.
Okay, this has really been enlightening. With the new information garnered, we're going to destroy it.
Enlightening, get it? Because you're literally, you cast light on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Baron, do you have any idea how to bring this down? Compromise the structural integrity?
They have another grenade. It could do the trick.
Ooh.
Alternatively, we could just shoot that rock up there multiple times. It could bring it down. But grenade is more fun.
It was very fun, despite it being blown up in my face. But firsthand, I experienced the boom.
Why don't we do the bomb here on a delay so we can all get back with Earl, and we'll camp there. We just don't want to bring the whole thing down on top of us.
Did we
It's
name
no
him
problem.
Earl?
Earl?
And as soon as you say that, I'm just gonna take it out and set it down and set the timer and light it and start walking away.
Oh boy,
Oh, okay.
Dope,
Everybody
dope. Let's
move.
go.
back to Earl.
Kessam, I'm so glad that
Did
I'm in
we
the backpack
create a
right now.
timer?
Oh, no. I guess
Here's
we
20
didn't
feet.
create a
Of,
timer.
here's 20 feet of string. Do with that what you will.
How about I set it?
fuse.
How about I set it and then back up and try to shoot it from around the corner with a firebolt?
Okay.
Cade, get in the backpack right now.
Get some. Come
Hey,
here.
yeah. Yep.
So I would kind of duck around the corner to avoid any sort of blast if I can, and peek around, shoot, and back up.
I am inside Earl.
Got a 21 to hit for only 1 fire damage.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage because that hallway is wavy as fuck.
A 15 to hit for 7 fire damage.
Okay. You hit. Roll me. I think I told you it was 2d6 bludgeoning and 2d6 fire.
Yes. 2d6 fire. Let's see. So there's 2d6 my bludgeoning, and the next 2d6. Are those rolls not going through to roll 20? It was 4 bludgeoning, and 7 fire. I don't know why the rolls aren't going through.
Okay. There's a few trickling of rocks coming down.
Did it work?
But not enough. I don't think it was a big enough explosion.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I'm coming.
Listen, I know you're the wizard here, the arcane type, but can't we just mess with the inscription on the ground? Isn't there a way to destroy that? It would deactivate the circle, yes?
Yeah, I don't really want to touch it though. And plus, I could just repair it.
What is the circle made of? Like, is it carved into the ground, or
It's
is it like?
carved into the rock. Yeah.
I could also just do a force sphere and just run around force energy in there, bringing the whole thing down. But that's kind of all I can do for the day.
Actually, let me try something else. And I'm gonna have my cannon walk off and go over to like right here and just like continually breathe fire onto the spot on the ground where it's carved, trying to kind of like melt the rock a little bit, just right where the carving is at, to jack up the circle.
Okay.
So the ground has to make a dexterity save.
It's nimble. You better watch out.
Well, the ground fails because it is the ground.
Okay. So, I mean, if
but
you
it
want me to
is
roll, I can.
Stone
Uh-huh.
and does not melt.
Okay. Stones melt if they get hot enough, but that's fair.
Yes, if we could make lava.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lava.
I cast Blast Furnace.
Yeah, you know what? This is the thing. It's got me all worked up, so I'll just do it.
And I'll do a force sphere and just like start on the outskirts and just boom, 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 and then like up along the ceiling for the full concentration time or until something happens.
So it's flaming sphere, but you're doing the force damage.
Mhm.
Okay,
Correct.
cool. Roll me percentiles, please.
All right, Big Rock, come here. 68.
So close.
One shy of greatness.
Okay. It starts slowly. It's a few pebbles falling. And then as you dig into the wall, it seems like there are some cracks that have naturally formed there from the earthquakes you've been experiencing. So they start to fall. And over the course of the minute, this room becomes a big pile of stone. But as the minute ends, there's a flash. And you turn to look at Bjorn. And his skin sinks in. And his eyes go pure black. And he has no more hair. And his dark gray skin goes almost white. And you are terrified.
Kazam! And I just take off running.
What?
We messed with the thing, and Bjorn's I don't know.
I don't know what to do with that.
I would like to occupy Kesem Square.
Does Bjorn look okay?
Does he look
Bjorn
like
looks fine.
Zombjorn?
Do I still think he looks bad?
No, he looks fine.
What's going on?
What?
Why'd you scare him? What'd you do?
You're muted.
I didn't do anything. He destroyed the circle thing, and the stones fell down, and he got scared of me.
Are you playing another prank? Think you do with the fart bombs?
Do you really think I would be playing a prank right now?
No.
I did nothing. Whatever you saw must have been some residual effect of the magic. Do we go back over there and see if it happens again? I don't know.
No, I'm good. I have enough nightmares. Thank you.
I do have fart bombs if you think it would affect the circle.
It wouldn't.
We are in an enclosed space. I don't recommend that.
Are we camping here
That
or are
is
we going outside?
I'm going to say inside.
Yeah. Getting out would be really hard.
Getting out is going to be work. Everybody's a little bit tired. Everybody's a little bit entirely spent for all of their magic. Maybe we just try in the morning.
For once, I am not opposed. Let's stay in the creepy dragon hole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my bedroll here in the corner, and I'm gonna pull my illusory giant to sit on top of me. I'm not having this.
Yeah.
Well, have him fill the whole thing so it doesn't look real stupid. Just kind of stupid. There we go. I'm satisfied.
Sleepily and with much effort, attempt to pull both two-person tents out of my backpack. One is Bjorn's and one is Stack's. Mine.
I will not pop up the tent, but I will just pull my bedroll out and lay on the ground. Kind of off. Kind of off on my own, like down here. Find a rock to sleep on.
Alright, guess nobody wants the tent.
You can come in.
I just made the shocking realization that Yvain was the one who carried our tent.
Oh no. Well, we grabbed like all the stuff.
We grabbed her
technically.
stuff, but now I have to carry it myself.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Would you like to stay by me? I'm just gonna park myself where I can keep an eye on them and Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb down from the backpack with Kessim's help because I don't want to fall on my face.
There's a slide now.
Oh right, there's a slide now. And I pull the emergency chute off out of the slide.
Beautiful.
I very, very slowly make my way over to my brother.
Hey, bud.
Hi.
You're moving kind of slow. You doing okay?
Yeah, I think I'll move better in the morning. I got knocked down a bunch of times. It just makes me really tired.
No, I know. Here, you can lay your bedroll in my lap if you want.
Okay. Well, at least we don't have to pull up the tents because we're technically kind of covered, despite there being a gaping hole in the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a lot.
Yeah. Honestly, just today is like the beginning of today. We were back at Red Larch.
Yeah. Oh, you mean everybody?
Geographically, but yes, everyone.
Yeah. It's really not like it is in the books, is it? The whole adventuring thing.
No. Some parts are better, and some parts not so much.
Yeah, I'll do a better job of keeping an eye on you in the future, so it doesn't get that close.
I mean, I'm not necessarily your responsibility like that, but
I know, but if we lost you like we lost Devane, oh man. I don't even want to think where that would put me. So,
honestly, if Vane hadn't been there, I'm pretty sure I would have been at least very, very bad off. So
that's kind of my point. It's just you in the front now. So, I'm gonna be better, I guess. We won't be so reckless riding dragons and stuff.
yeah, I mean, it was a really cool move. I just like, I don't know why. Scales are slippery, man. Like, it was like every time I put my foot down, it would slide out from underneath me, and I did it like 5 times, and then I fell off.
I mean, I didn't really see, but I'm glad it worked out. I guess what I'm saying is I will use this new refined catapult to get you out of trouble in the future. I will always save power to make sure that you are safe, so feel free to go as bananas as you like. I'm always watching.
This is fun.
Okay, you go to sleep. You
Okay.
look really bad.
Thank you. Very, very nice of you to say. You're always so observant.
Mm-hmm. Don't miss a thing.
Nope, never. And you know, even though it's not like the stories, as long as we still have one, that's okay with me.
Yeah. Maybe I'll write a book. If I do, I'm gonna fix Yvane's ending, though.
I was kind of thinking something along similar lines, actually. But I don't know. But like if we were gonna do a wake or whatever, I was gonna do a shadow puppet show and fix Yvane's ending. But
Do you want to do that in here?
I just am really tired. But I want to. But it doesn't seem like everybody's into the whole wake thing right now. Nobody wants to be awake, they want to be asleep.
That? I had to start playing with her hair. Trying to make her tired.
I'm already tired.
More tired.
More time. He's just like, shh, go sleep. Go now.
That's it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else has stuff?
Are they just bunking down for the night?
I think so.
Okay. You guys are able to achieve a long rest. I assume you guys take watches, and we're just going to sort of hand wave that because it is entirely uneventful. Seems you found a very secure place to spend your midday long nap.
Oh, I forgot what time of day it was. Yeah.
Early
Yep.
afternoon rest.
Been very, very long.
So you all can push that button
Oh, thank
Push
goodness.
the button.
and do any attunement stuff you want to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me get
true.
that good dragon shard.
Can
Dragon
attune to
vessel. I
this,
forgot what this does.
this sparky sword.
My gloves don't need to be attuned.
Nope.
I can just. Guys, I love these gloves even more.
Hey,
Oops,
Beth,
to
just
do
so I
my-
make sure I understand this item correctly,
It's got 1 charge, right? And I can add the additional damage to a leveled spell, and that's what spends the charge?
Let me double check. You have the vessel?
No, I have the dragon touched focus stirring, and you said it was chromatic.
Correct. Touched focus. No, it doesn't have a charge.
The charge is for a different version of it. I apologize. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, that's the legendary one.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I'm with you now.
Yeah, no, it's whenever you cast a spell that does the elemental damage types.
To one of the spell's damage rolls, so I would get a d6 to every magic missile?
Not if it's force damage.
Okay.
No, and it would not be every dart. It's you add 1d6 to to every attack.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Sorry, guys.
Take all my bloody tokens off.
All right.
Okay, now we have to climb out of here.
We do.
So, we all know that I'm not good with ladders. So let's find an alternative plan to a ladder.
Do we do the thing that we did to get in here and have Teddy, like...
Oh, yeah! And I
Yeah.
wild shape Teddy.
So Miranda, yesterday in my D&D game, we encountered mountain goats, and they had all kinds of mountain goats in the imagery climbing up the side of a mountain, and I was thinking of Faye, and how good hoofs actually are for climbing.
Not ladders, though.
Not ladders. Goats climb trees in Australia.
They do.
They build their own ladders there, too. It's weird.
I'm 90% sure that's all photoshopped, so until I see it in person, I'm not buying it.
No,
I've seen it
no,
in
it's
person.
too adorable not to be true. I don't care if
But
the
not-
internet
not
made it
in
up. It
trees.
exists now.
Alright, well, the giant is going to stay until I dispel it, so I'm going to leave him here. As a surprise
Okay.
for the next person that comes down here.
Earl, you keep this cave nice and safe. No more cultists, no more dragons. Just keep it nice and open for all the wildlife.
That's right,
Goodbye, Earl.
You listen to Kesum. High five.
Goodbye.
I'm just waiting for the day I get to high-five an ancient red dragon. I'm going to start pulling cards every night and just start spending them.
Okay.
So what now?
I have been waiting all week to say this, or all 2 days to say this, because I read it in a book, but let's hunt some orc. Did I do that right? This the line from the... Never mind.
I mean, yeah.
It's
It
from
seemed
some...
very, very cool when you said it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Question. Did you guys get up immediately after your long rest and go, or did you wait till morning?
I would imagine we'd wait till morning.
I imagine we waited till morning.
Yeah,
We're a little bit
because
cautious
none
right
of
now.
us can see.
What time is
Okay.
it when we wake up from...
It's about 10 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, we wait till morning.
Okay,
Well,
just checking.
In that
waiting
case,
until morning.
after camp, Bjorn would go up top and search around for decent bits of wood that would be big enough to... His goal is to build a nice display case for Yvain's arm. So he'd be looking around for pieces of logs or something that he could mill down.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a bit of doing, because a lot of the trees here have withered away, and the branches that you're finding snap really easily, and they're not good for actually maintaining any sort of form. But with enough time and effort, you're absolutely able to find some.
if we're waiting until morning in the cave, then I go sit in the corner and I say, command word to my drift globe. And it lights up the cave wall. And I'm like, So, everybody, when, well, where we're from, when, somebody kind of want to remember them, and you remember them by, like, making a song, whatever. But, I don't really sing, but, I do make shadow puppets. So I thought maybe a shadow puppet show to commemorate Yvain would be nice. So, this is the tale of Yvain, the farmer who was good with her tools, and her band of ridiculous animals. There once was a farmer named Yvain, very good with tools, and one random day she ran into a fire yeti named Faye. And that fire yeti...
I go and stand in front of the globe so that my horns cast a shadow.
That fire yeti kind of, Yvain wasn't super sure what to expect out of her. They became really awesome friends. And then Yvain... I don't know. Actually, I don't really know the order of operations on this, but Yvain met Bjorn the Bull at some point, and Bjorn the Bull was very protective of Yvain. And he wasn't always super tactful, and he ran through a lot of things. But he always had a really good heart. And then apparently they wanted to go on an adventure. So they came to Red Larch and ran into Kesem, the holiest of cows. And sorry, Kesem, I was going for alliteration. If you want me to not make you a cow, it is up for interpretation. I'm not done with this. Also, if anybody has notes, feel free. Kesem the cow was carrying Stack the sugar glider and Cade the chipmunk. And they all became really great friends. And they adventured together, and they ran into a lot of birds that they hated, including vultures and chickens. And one day, they ran into the biggest chicken of them all. Because dragons are just giant chickens, aren't they? You can't tell me otherwise. They got talons. Anyways, giant chicken! And Yvain, being Yvain, who never did anything but help other people out, helped save all of her animals. Although she did sacrifice herself to some extent, she remained a hero who had great taste in tools. The end. Also, if anybody has any notes, I plan on making this a series.
My one and only note is you need some music to go along with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Alex gets inspiration, right?
She gets all the fucking inspiration. Every time I go to give inspiration to somebody else, it goes to Alex from now on. That's how this works.
Anyways.
I love you.
I have so many mixed emotions about that. I was like laughing and like kind of tearing up. Like that was a journey.
Yeah, to be fair, I only like half prepared that because I was like, Cade doesn't know how to do things. Yeah. Anyways, And also, I would like to add that I did take her thieves' tools, and I made a tiny Yvain out of like one of the files that has like little stick figure Yvain that I was putting across the little
Perfect.
shadow. Anyways, yeah, I figured,
Hey.
if we wanted to do a wake or something, people have alcohol, whatnot.
We got inspiration, Alex. Roll
Yes.
me a d4.
Oh, a D4.
Uh-oh. What's going on here?
A 1.
Okay. At the end of your story, you feel a warm presence. Until your next long rest, you get to add a 1, as if you were blessed.
All right. I like that.
Oh man, so nice. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, God. What? My face. But yeah, Stack and I were talking about rewriting Yvain's story last night, and then Faye made a point to where even if Yvain isn't like the other heroes in our books, she's still a hero. So everybody else should know it, because Yvain only ever helped us.
Yeah.
Alright, who has the booze?
I think that's Bjorn, but he's
He might be busy.
kind of off. Yeah.
I mean, this could be a really bad idea, but if what we're doing is celebrating Yvain,
No.
I mean, we want to have a little fun.
What are we doing? What's happening?
Did anyone take the herbalism kit?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I stare at my backpack.
Well,
No.
you guys are just party poopers.
No, we need to be on our game for the orc raiders that we're gonna fight, and anything else that we encounter between here and there, because we still have a ways to go through the snoozing hills, sleeping hills,
Sumber.
Slumbering.
slumbering.
Hills?
No, just Sumber. There's no L.
Slumber.
You know what? If I pulled up the map, it would help. There we go.
I don't know, I'm still tired, so. But yeah.
Once I figure out what the dragon vessel does, I realize it can make mead, and I just make as much mead as I possibly can and get shit-faced drunk by myself in the corner.
It's a once per day use, so
Yeah,
you make
as much as it'll make.
1 horn full of mead.
Yep.
Also, if I'm not wrong, Faye, did you take the amulet of the drunkard and the ale off of Yvain?
Yes.
Bjorn has those.
Oh, Bjorn did. Anyway.
All I took was the ring, and I spin the ring that's on my horn.
True, it's very stylish.
It matches my
And
earrings.
your earrings look really good, too.
What color was Yvain's super dope armor? Was it blue?
Blue and silvery.
Blue and silver?
Oh, I should pick spells for today. That would be a good idea.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright,
Well.
Teddy is going to help us up to the surface as soon as it's light outside.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's the plan. That's why it's nice being able to just teleport, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think he can do everybody at once, right?
We all circle up and hold hands.
Because he's a
Yeah,
boss?
because yeah,
Yep. Anyone within 5 feet.
yeah, if we're
Okay.
all in his space.
Yep, and easy enough. You guys poof from this weird cave system back to the deserty hills. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning, and for the most part, you're feeling refreshed. Still got some lingering aches and bruises.
I'll kind of pull out my map and start plotting a course or direction for us to waddle in.
Okay. Survival check, please.
Can I add anything for my cartographer's tools since I have
You're
advantage?
perfect on it. Yep, and advantage. It's fine.
Okay. Oh boy. Thank God for that advantage, so it brings the whopping total to a 9. Wait, I can reroll ones on everything, right?
Yeah, just not damage.
Okay. 14 plus 2. 16. Woo-hoo.
Okay. Yeah, you guys were headed to Belliard, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the large path that you're on is, again, just more of a succession of a winding section of earth between hills. It's not marked in any way, but it is, to your discerning eye, able to be followed fairly easily. It takes a bit of doing because it's a lot of both ascending and descending of different rock formations. So it's not the easiest path in the world, but you are able to guide you guys fully northeastern.
So do we get to that little north spot like there-ish, where the fork is?
It'll take you a couple of hours. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you first come to a crossing. Oh, I'm not moving that. Go back. Everybody drink. I was on the wrong layer.
Yeah, you guys help me twice.
Okay. You come to a fork in the road. But you can't, just with a quick glance that direction, it just looks like more of the same. And you spend a few minutes trying to determine which way you should go. But Stack tells you all you should continue northward. So you do, and it's about early afternoon, probably 2 o'clock, by the time you start transitioning into grassland.
Okay. Looks like we've made some real progress.
Yeah.
Everybody okay?
Yeah. I guess.
I kinda... I don't know, my mind's wandering. I kinda need something else to sink my teeth into to... keep going.
So you're saying you need a project?
Honestly, I just want to kill some shit.
Solid plan.
Now you're speaking my language.
Well, hopefully we'll run into some orcs.
I got some I got some anger and some hurt to work out, and I mean, Vane built my whole spell book, so I'm trying to put it to work.
I think we can do that. I think there's people who need us to do that.
Good.
Those who are sort of on guard as you guys are walking, give me a perception check.
14.
That's bad. 9.
16.
Okay. You notice some smoke coming from a northern direction before you get to the stone bridge and cross the river. It's on your side of the bank. Maybe a mile or two away. And with how dark it is and how large the plume is growing, you think it's certainly not a campfire. It is maybe there's not a forest here. So it's not a forest fire, but there is something large that is burning.
May I draw your attention to the fire over there? I don't know what it means, but I know that it is something that I am interested in consider a project, and there may be people to kill.
There may be people who need our help.
That too. That's also an option.
Might result in us killing things.
There may be people to save
Yes.
by killing other people. Stack, you got what you asked for.
Let's get them.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you guys start heading north. You leave your designated trail. As you are getting closer, you start transitioning into farmland. You pass some rows of what looks to be early stages of corn. There's some wheat off in the distance. There is what a few of you can notice to be fields of strawberries that are actually coming in now. And as you approach the smoke, you can see that it looks like an entire field of wheat has gone up in flames.
I think we're on the right track.
Faye, do you know how to put fires out?
Only my own.
I can help
But-
a bit, but not a lot.
Maybe water? Anyone? There's a stream?
Great, now we just gotta find some waterbenders and we'll be great.
You can bend water.
I can't, but somebody can.
Yeah, this is not my forte. I start the fires, I don't stop them.
Let's see if anybody needs help or what's going on.
Yeah, fan out, see if we can see what's going on.
Okay, perception check from everybody, please.
Not 20 plus 8.
Wow.
Nice.
23.
17.
12.
13. I'm gonna start using
Okay.
control flames to start putting out swaths as I'm getting close.
Sure, absolutely. There's a few, looks like maybe some sparks have flown and been carried by the wind a bit. So there's some small little pyres that you're able to put out. There's also one big hail bay that looks like you caught it in time that only about a quarter of it has been lost. And you're able to put that out. But as you are cresting the corner of one plot of land, you see a very bizarre sight. There are, perhaps much to your pleasure, a number of orcs. There is a cart. And there is a very large gray person with rainbow-colored hair beating the shit out of an orc. Let's roll for initiative.
She's clearly the leader. This is a vie for power. We gotta kill all of them.
We have 1 7-foot-tall gray person already. 2 would just be too much.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Love you, Nikki.
7.
Wow. I just no.
We rolled terribly.
I'm gonna fix mine.
Yeah, we did.
Although technically, I get
You get advantage.
well, I'm exhausted, level 1, so
You
initiative.
still get
is-
advantage because of my
is-
stuff.
It'd be a
so
straight
it's a straight
roll.
roll,
Yeah.
which is what I did. So
Wow, everybody rolled shit.
Yeah.
Mine was with advantage, and I
not-
still got an 11.
You were not kidding. All right. Appropriately, Vivek, you're up.
Get a
Okay.
description?
Why don't you describe yourself,
yeah,
please?
as I change the overlay. Let's go!
Alright. So, Vivek is a 7'8" Goliath. She is wearing chainmail that has fur, gray fur on the shoulders, and then there's like a brown leather piece that comes down in front. Her hair is her most notable feature about her, as it is an ombre purple rainbow sunset-like mane that comes down her shoulders, and half of it is shaved. And in the shaved side, she has a lotus pattern carved in. She does have piercing blue eyes, very ice-cold blue. Her skin is an ashy gray, but she has very dark lips. She has lightning scars that run down her face and neck, and she has a dagger earring that she is wearing. And she looks like she's kicking ass.
yeah, she does.
Like I said, orcs respect strength among nothing else. This is clearly a vie for leadership, so we kill all of them indiscriminately.
So how exactly is she kicking ass? What is she doing? Perhaps mechanically.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, new character sheet. Well, so being a fighter, do I want to just go straight into my maneuvers? Because I fucking might as well. I am going to attack with one of my hand axes, but then I'm going to goad one of the orcs. I'll click which one. Let's see. This one.
Okay.
And they have to make a wisdom saving throw if I hit, so let me do that first. Let's try this. Man. 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Excellent.
Excuse?
His wisdom was a 13.
And he failed. So let's see. They have disadvantage on all attack rolls against other targets except for me until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And then I gotta roll for damage. Min damage, but it's still 5 points.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay, so superiority die, you essentially like just spend them and there's not any additional like adding that you do, right?
Oh, you add the damage. Whatever your superiority die is, you add that damage.
Oh,
The
it's
move
a D8.
should tell you, if it's
Yeah,
damage
but
or to
goading
hit.
might not give you extra.
Oh, it does not. No, it does not. Okay,
Yeah.
it specifically will tell me. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll tell you to
Okay.
add your superiority die number.
Excellent.
Yeah, on second thought, ignore me for all martial advice.
But you have spent that die because you did
Correct.
the attack.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is fine. Yep.
Okay.
And so you kind of just see her come down with like this hand axe, and she just kind of says, "Suka, you motherfuckers."
Oh boy. Oh
Zach,
boy.
you're up.
Yeah, on second thought, I don't think we should fight her. I am going to. Yeah, I'm feeling angry, so I'm gonna do a bad thing. I'm gonna pull out my new little dragon shard, and I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness on this one.
Okay.
This is why we do
Let me
bad
check
things. This is why we do bad things.
Percentiles, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
76.
Okay.
Something.
Paralyzing attack. And it's a crit, and the target cannot move for 1 round.
Yes.
Is it the paralyzed effect?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, it's just movement.
Okay, I also need a Constitution saving throw from him.
16.
He meets it. And you do not do perfect crits, so let me
I do not.
let me redo. So the total damage would be 21 poison.
How does he die?
Jeez.
It's just this green beam of energy that like hits him in the chest, and like spider web turns all of his veins black, and he like gets got and like almost like suffocates and has a heart attack like all at the same time, and a brain aneurysm. Like it's a little gruesome, and he feels a little bad about it.
You did more damage than he had max health.
Oh shit!
Stack was like, I'm done with this fool.
Get smoked, bitch.
You joke about taking Summon Greater Demon, but I don't know.
I might.
Okay. There is some movement coming from this cart to the north. It rocks and shakes a little bit. And then the orcs are up. The one closest to you all leans his head back and makes a guttural, like, war cry. It sounds almost like a turkey.
That was pretty good.
It was.
Wasn't that bad.
And there's some sound coming from the east as these orcs start moving closer to the rainbow head being. Okay, the one that just came around the cart is going to throw a javelin at Vivek for a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is 9 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And as it comes in, the one who did not throw his head back, the one that's looking at you, just grins. Do you speak Orc?
You know, that is an oversight on my part.
Okay.
I do not.
Does anybody speak Orc? Okay, he says something in Orcish. And is going to swing his great axe at you. A 12.
No.
Okay, the one with the battle cry. 16.
No.
Okay. No, they're not smart enough for that. Okay. So they both swing, and then they sort of snarl, and their lip curls a bit. And the one who cried looks over at the group of you all, and lets out one more yodeling cry. Faye, it's your turn.
I start skipping down the lane. And then I stand next to this tree, just kind of seeing what's going on. And I go, you know, we wanted to fight and kill some shit. And, like, my horns glow and immediately, like, these two beams of fire shoot out. And I cast Create Bonfire on this one.
Okay.
Deck save, please.
$19.
Ah, he saves.
Okay.
That's it.
Bjorn.
Just kind of sit and stare.
Going to move forward. Look back at Cade. Wait, how far can I go? I'm going to look back at Cade and shoot out a grappling hook as I thorn whip and yank one closer to me. 30 feet. Wait a minute. If I can reach. I'm not going to do that. I can't reach. I will fire a firebolt at the one to the right of Vivek. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Getting a 20 to hit for 3 fire damage.
Nice.
And then I will move over towards the... I can't move. So, yep, that's it. And then I will just drop down prone.
Okay. Cassim.
Oh dear. Eek, my bonus actions suck. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will throw Bless on Bjorn, Stack, and Cade.
I'm assuming that my blesses do not stack, as I have that +1.
So you only apply that +1 to things that you can do with a blessing. You can add bless to that.
Okay. Cool.
And she's just gonna keep an eye on the situation because person bigger than her.
Okay, Cade.
Cool. I'm going to sprint forward, double move to here. And then I would like to rage and see what the fuck happens. It is showtime. Right. What does it do to that one?
3.
Look it up in my table. Aha, the pixie's back! Alright. Exploding pixie. Just gonna put it very nice to our new friend. And I'm going to just like, because I can't do anything else. I'm just gonna mimic one of the orc guys and be like, "Blah, la, la, la." And then the pixie explodes in its face.
Okay. Does it only target one thing?
Yeah, only one thing.
Okay.
But Vivek does get a little glitter bombed in the process, changing of the wind and whatnot. Let's see.
It makes your hair look fabulous.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So that is 2 points of force damage.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Back to the top.
Oh. Cool. Gonna just attack this one with Warhammer this time.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I missed the ping. Which one?
This one.
The one with the fire. Okay.
It's a 25.
That hits.
Excellent.
I like this new character.
Same. Oh, what just happened? I'm confused.
It said that's a crit, but it's... Do you crit on 19s?
No, it's
No,
it's
I
one-handed
don't know
and
what just
two-handed.
happened.
It's one-handed and two-handed damage because
And they totaled it to 25.
So it's 12.
Right.
So it's 12.
Okay. But they
Yeah.
added it together. That was bizarre.
Yeah, beyond 20, if you go into your character options and or beyond 20 options, you have the option to make it force two-handed or one-handed, so it won't do both.
Okay.
Guess how much health it had?
That exact amount.
12.
Yeah! So you see her, she has an axe in one hand and then, like, takes out a warhammer in the other and just, like, smashes it across the face, as it goes down into the ground. And, like, there's blood, orc blood, that splatters, like, everywhere across her face.
Okay. Stack.
I'm gonna run and climb up into the backpack. If she lets me after that. Oh, she's so forgiving. I'm going to let's see how far I can push my luck. That necrotic energy that like came up into his neck, I'm just gonna redirect it into the other one, and I need a Constitution saving throw from this guy as I cast D cantrip.
It's a 22.
Oh, he succeeds by a lot. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. There is more shaking of the cart.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Gentleman comes out, and I will ping him a happy pink color, because he is a full 1.5 feet larger than the other ones.
Big boy.
And he is holding a great axe that has along the hilt a number of skulls that have been like shoved along the hilt. So he is holding skulls to swing this axe. And he's going to move.
The fucking coolest weapon I've ever seen.
Oh, that's your new sword. Light him up, baby.
Okay. $18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rolled poorly, so that's a total of 14 points of slashing damage.
That's poorly? Ow.
That's actually poorly.
She gets hit. She, like, spits out some blood. She is now bloodied. And looks back up and she's like, Skovochny, welcome back.
He just grins. And then coming around the corner are a couple more Porky poos. That's as far as they can get this turn. Okay. This guy. See how smart he is. Okay, he's going to move around the fire to here. Okay, a 15 to hit?
Nope.
Okay, but the 22 does.
Yes.
Or 8 points of slashing damage.
I'd like to use my reaction to use Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
So it's 1d12 plus 3. Let me roll that. Reduces by 8 points.
Okay, so you take no damage.
Excellent. You see, as this thing tries to hit her, that her skin kind of like hardens, and it looks like there's like stones that come down her arm. And then once the hit takes, it goes back to normal.
Okay. Hey, you're up.
Seeing these dudes walking down, I'm gonna sneak over to here and cast Entangle, like right here in a 20-foot square to hopefully grab all 3 of them.
Okay.
I need a strength save from each of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I figured they're probably strong, but I didn't have much else to do.
One got a 6, so we'll say the closest one got a 6, and then there's a 16 and a 19.
The 16 and the 19 save, the 6 is restrained.
Okay.
And is it difficult terrain? I think so. Yeah, it's not difficult terrain.
Okay, I will move this to get all 3 of them. Okay. Excellent. Bjorn.
That changes what I'm going to do. So Bjorn moves over here, so I have a line of sight to the one that is restrained. He puts a different canister that kind of has like a purplish glow into the bottom of his of Pearl, and kind of charges up for a second, and this like little ball of purple energy builds up, and he casts Eldritch Blast with advantage because he's restrained on the target in front. Getting a 24 to hit for 10 force damage.
Guess how much health he had.
10.
Yeah, 10 health.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Guess him.
So everything keeps changing all over the place, but that's fine. That's D&D combat. I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon and put it right... Where's my Spiritual Weapon? Behind Mr. Pink Dot.
Okay.
Oh, and it did not cast because I accidentally highlighted. Does a 22 hit?
It sure does.
I would like to do 12 force damage to Mr. Pink Dot.
Okay, you do that.
Um,
He doesn't seem to notice.
I would also like to Sacred Flame him. He needs to make a dex save.
Okay. 18.
He passes, nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, gonna slide here in case I need to throw healing.
Okay, Cade, you're up.
Cool. Are all three of those still up, or did Bjorn kill one, or?
Yeah, I marked the first one with an X. That one's dead. Do you want me to take the dead ones off the board?
Yeah, it works fine.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to, well, my rage has ended because it did not get hit. So, going to run over to this way, over here, and holding Gwen Stefani in one hand, I unsheath my brand new sword. I hold it up and I point it at the row of orcs in front of me. I go, Shania, cleave them in twain.
Oh, yes! Yes!
And I...
Holy shit!
And I spend the charge to cast that lightning bolt through the two of them.
Okay. They both pass.
The DC
Somebody get the
15
timestamp for that.
dexterity.
We're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Alright. So they both passed the 15 dexterity check.
Yeah, one got a 16 and the other a nat 20.
Alright,
I
so
gotcha.
that is... That's 10 lightning damage halved.
Okay. The one closest to you isn't looking so hot.
Cool.
A little scorched.
Do I want to re-rage myself? No, I'm good. Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Back to the top.
Okay. We're gonna try to do a worm hammer, and if I hit, I'm going to spend a superiority die. Let's see if I hit. Oh no, I don't think that's gonna hit. 11.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Damn it. Okay. Well, at least I can decide after
Like
the
it's on
fact to spend or
pink
not.
dot, I think spiritual weapon gives you advantage.
Didn't we talk about this? It doesn't.
It gets it, it doesn't give it.
Never mind.
Yeah. Sadly. I am going to action surge.
Yeah, you are.
And try again. There we go. That's better. 24.
That hits.
Excellent. And I will be spending my superiority die. It needs to make my pink dot friend needs to make a strength saving throw.
8.
Yay! He's prone. And he takes 2 seconds. So it's 9 points, but because the superiority die and the move that I'm doing, the trip attack, he takes an extra 8 damage, so it's 17 damage as he falls prone.
Okay. Anything else?
That is it. She just looks very pleased with herself, and she kind of spits on this orc and is like, "You are pathetic."
Stack.
Just moving my new crystal over, and beam of fire shoots out at him. We're gonna cast firebolt. Oh, excuse me, this guy.
Okay. That is a miss.
Oh, bless, just in case.
Okay.
13.
That is its AC.
W. 7 fire damage to that guy closest to Cade.
Okay. Looking even less great than he did before.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. The guy who is prone is going to do his own spitting off to the side, and he's gonna get himself up. And he is a bit smarter than the other guys. Yeah. He is going to move, so if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can.
Yep.
Do it.
13?
That's a miss.
Damn it.
He's gonna come up to Cade. Go around Cade. Okay, and he's going to, much like his companion did before, lean his head back and and as he does, you see almost in unison the other orcs all sort of roll their shoulders back a bit and like crack their necks and look like they are a little bit more fortified than they were before. And this guy will then swing at Cade. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
For 16 points of slashing.
Cool.
Okay. The guy's stupid. He's going to move here. Okay, so a 12 misses Vivek, but a 21 hits.
Yep.
For another 9 points of slashing damage.
Yes.
Okay. And then the 2 that are in... This is difficult terrain, right, Miranda?
Yes.
Okay. Neither one of them knows that with a 0 and a 1, so... 5, 30. 530, so they will dash. But that is all they can do. Now your turn.
I see these guys coming for me. And hold on, that changes my plans. I see the one coming directly at me, and I just claws, well, with one hand, because I always have my shield on me, because I'm squishy. Primal Savagery. The guy. Okay. This one. 21?
Mm-hmm.
For 4 acid.
And I'm sorry, it was the one to the north of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty sure that's all I can do. I go, Bjorn!
As soon as I see that, I'm gonna say, Faye, get down!
Okay. Well, it is your turn, Bjorn.
Okay. Do you stay standing, Faye, or do you listen and drop down?
Oh, I listen.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to activate my flame turret on my shoulder as my action. Bonus action. Wait, let me read this item. It's new to make sure it's a bonus action. I think it is. Backpack. Yes, as a bonus action. Bonus action, I'm going to lift up my new dragon horn, take a big swig, and I'm going to run up.
Yeah,
And
you used it for mead this morning.
It was last night, wasn't it? During our... Oh, I guess it would have been 10 o'clock tonight, and we stayed up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way, I'm going to run up, because I already said I was going to do it. And, I will shoot my flamethrower basically over the top of Faye. I'm trying to not hit her, because she dropped down to the ground to hit the 2 orcs.
Okay.
So they
Roll me
both need to make...
percentiles.
77.
Okay. So she has dropped down low enough that the angle of your, and I guess you could do it above her head too. I was trying to come up with a way to figure out how much of the square that she's in it takes up. But you could angle it above her.
Okay. And so they both need to make dex saves.
Okay.
Should be DC 15.
A 9 and a 6.
Wow. They both take 3 fire damage. I rolled a fucking 1. That's great. A 1 and a 2 on 2d8. Good stuff. That wasn't as effective as I wanted. I'm sorry.
It was so fucking cool.
Yeah, but now they have advantage to attack you. My intent was to drink my dragon's breath potion and breathe and then shoot my flamethrower. But, yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Cassim.
Okay, first things first, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That'll do it.
I know it's no longer Mr. Pink Dot, but I don't think his friend will also appreciate 12 points of force damage.
He doesn't appreciate 1 point of force damage.
Oh, man.
Okay, that one's dealt with. 20-foot cube. Okay. Math is hard. Geometry is hard.
Are you trying to hit these 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, luckily I have a 20-foot cube right here.
You do happen to have a 20-foot cube right there. I'm just trying to avoid Faye, which is because she's already in trouble.
Yep, we should be able to angle it. So I don't know why I can't drag it.
If you look along the diagonal of the square, the line, if you were to twist it, I think it would hit all 3.
I think so too, because put the bottom point there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might
Oh wait,
hit
I can
me.
just measure. Yeah, that's a 15-foot line.
Oh, no. Me.
There's my thing. Okay, yeah, you could do that.
Alright, I would like to cast Fairy Fire. They all need to make dex saves.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Pink
am
guy
dropping
failed.
Bless, though.
They all failed.
Lovely. They are all covered in lovely purple fireflies. You will have to deal with advantage instead of Bless.
We'll take it.
I like it.
All the blasters in the party are like throbbing right now. Yes.
My elven accuracy thanks you.
Do I have a fairy fire icon?
I think it's just
We can
been
just give
the,
them little purple dots.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Not purple though, because that works. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. I'm just good. I would help if I had the movement tool selected. I'm just gonna get here, so I am quick dash distance from everybody who needs healing.
Okay. Kate.
That is the turn.
Great. Look at my weapons. I'm like, sorry, Gwen, I have to see what Shania can do. And I'm gonna rage because that last hit hurt me like a lot. So let's see what happened. 4.
I think that's vines.
The weapon's damage changes to force and it gains the light and thrown properties. It also returns to my hand if I throw it.
Excellent.
Okay, but I'm going to swing my short sword at the big man
With advantage.
with advantage and
it.
my +1. Wow, that was so 13 to hit.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
That's fine. Yeah, that's all I got. It was very lackluster. Gonna stare
Okay.
at the sword like, don't know if I like you yet.
It's not two-handed. You suck.
Vivek.
Bonus action will second wind.
Okay.
Oh. It's only 7, but that's better than nothing. And then she is going to strike out again with her warhammer.
All right.
Missing. Fuckers.
What'd you roll?
A 10.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay, that's it.
Hey, stack.
Oh man, big ugly in front. I'm gonna raise up my hand and arc the lightning off of Cade's blade into the guy in front of her as I cast Melf's lightning arrow at him.
Next.
Just kidding. I don't have lightning. I'm just gonna shoot Melf's acid arrow at him with advantage. 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 acid damage, and plus I'm going to use my item. So 12 acid damage. And then on his next turn, he'll take 8. And that's my turn.
Okay, he doesn't take extra damage. You don't get to add another d6. It should just be the 4.
I thought it was to every damage roll. It's 2 separate damage rolls.
Every time you cast a spell, you get to add 1d6.
I see.
So it's not for
I see.
ongoing effect.
Okay, so 12 on the first, and then 4 at the end of his turn.
Okay, big guy is going to switch over to common, and he's going to look at Cade. Small snack. Not worth. And he's going to head over to Kessim.
Attack of opportunity
Sentinel.
with advantage?
Sentinel, bitch.
Yep.
Don't like that. So it's 17 to hit.
Yep. That hits.
So he cannot move to Kessim. His speed is 0 now.
Okay.
2. So that is 5. Oh, yeah. So that is 7 points of piercing damage, and then there's also a d6 of lightning that happens. 6 points of lightning.
Very cool. Okay. He's gonna be very confused as he tries to take a step forward.
I just stab him in his calf. Nope.
Appetizer. And he will swing. For a 9. Other guys, though. One next to Vivek is gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
17?
No.
Okay. 2 next to Faye. With advantage. Oh, not him. This guy.
I'm sorry, Miranda.
17?
Wait, she's got the chaos gloves on.
Yes. I was trying to hide them, but I couldn't use my. I couldn't unmute.
No.
Okay, that is 12 points of slashing damage. And then a 20 is going to hit you for another 9.
I really don't look good.
Oh no.
Okay. Faye.
I am sitting there, cowering on the ground with my shield in front of me, and I stand up and I go, you know, today has been a really freaking long day, and I know it's the next day, but it's still been a really long, and I'm over this, and I go, and to the side of me, right where this guy is, I cast Burning Hands in a 15-foot cone, and it should hit all 3 of them.
I'm so happy.
I love the gloves.
So, if it's a 15-foot cone from here, or from him,
Okay. So
it
it's
hit all 3.
from yourself, and it goes in a straight line. So if you want to do that, you would have to move.
But if I go like this, from my hands, I did say to the side. If not, I will move.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Absolutely. I think I'm actually not awful at those. I'm not awful at those. Natural 20.
So you can absolutely do it at the
Nice.
angle that you want to do.
It was meant to be.
The magic of the gloves.
Yes.
Yes.
Jazz fingers.
I'm so
So I need strength saves from all of them.
Okay.
the greatest Christmas present I've ever
Strength or
given.
dex?
Dex,
Drink?
dex.
Dex.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice damage.
Nice roll.
Ooh.
The highest was a 13, so they all fail.
Nice
17
roll.
points of fire damage.
Roll 20 is freaking out on me.
Ooh. Wow, she
Get 2 of
blasted
the
him.
3. Yeah.
And roll.
And you get them so hard that they start to turn to ash right in front of you.
Amazing. As
Start
they
drifting
start
in the
to
wind.
burn, I use my bonus action to pick back up my shield that I had dropped when they went prone.
Beautiful. Bjorn.
Job, Faye, I'm sorry about that. I'm getting used to this horn. And I'm going to move out to the side from this bush. And get down on one knee and take a shot with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
With triple advantage because Elven accuracy. A 25 to
Oh,
hit. God, what's up with my damage today? 3 force damage.
Which one are you targeting?
The one that.
The one that has advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy.
Is that guy looking hurt at all?
Make a nature check.
Very bad. 3 plus something. So,
It's really hard to tell. He's very large, and he's not gushing red blood, so...
okay.
How large?
Like
Like as big as me?
this one is probably about your height.
Yes.
Yeah, he's almost 8 feet tall.
Which is hilarious that I am fighting him on my own.
Mhm. The other ones are about 6.5 feet tall, but
Most of
the
them.
one adjacent to Cade is about 8. Okay, cast them.
Excuse me, Bjorn, pardon me. I'm just gonna slide this way, and cure wound. You get 13 plus 2. You get 15 healing.
Nice.
You know, you just. Yeah.
Hey, Faye, make me a Constitution saving throw.
15.
Okay. As this healing washes over you, there's another jerk behind your belly button. Doesn't impact you as much as the one before did. But there is, like, you know how sometimes you burp and you get like a little acid, like reflux almost, and you're like, oh, I could have been sick. You feel it.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I will slide spiritual weapon over back here and hit that guy.
Okay, do it.
At advantage.
24.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
Yes.
9.
Nice.
Cassim is not fucking around today.
Mm-mm. No,
Good.
no.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's everything I can do.
Okay.
I've healed things, I've hurt things, I've moved things.
It was a very successful turn. I commend you. Cade.
I was looking up the big guy after I stabbed him in the calf, and he'd go, I may not be big, but I'm still a snack. And I whack at him again.
Okay.
Oh, that's supposed to be with advantage. Ugh. Nope.
Yeah, 14 won't hit.
Nope. Sad.
Hey,
Yep, that's it.
the back.
I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Okay.
$17.
That'll do it.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, my computer's glitching out. Okay. And let's try this. $12 points of damage.
How do you kill him?
Yes. She takes her hammer and instead of like hitting down, she swings up and like uses the back half of the warhammer to pop his head off.
Nice. At which point, Zach, you can see that their blood is actually like a brownish green, so it really blends into the skin, so it's hard to tell when they're bloody. But as it's gushing out here, you now know what to look for, and you can compare back to this big one in front of you, and you do see a few spots on him where it looks like maybe he's using a bit.
And then I'm going to move here.
Okay.
You thought we were done.
It is now Stack's turn.
Appetizer? That's just rude. My sister's at least a main course meal.
And I slap my hands together and I pull out iron shavings and she grows to double her size.
Still medium.
So medium.
Medium!
Okay.
Did it go? Oh, wait. Shit.
Yeah, it went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus a D4.
Go get him.
Get him.
These guys are dead. Okay. Big guy is gonna look between the two of you. Let's see. Evan's odds. Oh my goodness. Roll 20. I love you. Come on.
It's doing the thing tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I got odds. He's going for the biggin. Not interested in the small one.
She's a medium one now.
Yeah.
He is
Become
8 feet
someone
tall.
your own size.
She is still small. Okay, nope, that was the wrong weapon. 25.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. 20 points of slashing damage.
Oh,
Ooh!
I'm down.
Oh.
This one's not gonna be the leader of the orc tribe.
So he brings his scald great axe around and goes up across your chest. And as you collapse, he just sort of smirks a bit and he goes, "In common, your kind do not belong." And that's the last thing you hear before you lose consciousness.
Well, that's just rude.
Well,
Hey,
You know, we're not gonna let one of the people on our side. Did anyone know? Did we catch her name? I don't care. And
I don't know.
catch Scorching Ray on Mr. Dude here.
Oh,
Her
with
hair is
advantage.
super cool, though.
With advantage. Well, that's a crit. I got 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Get it.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh no!
Roll me percentiles.
Oh god.
There's no way. he would
79.
die.
Okay. So, as the first ray hits him, he brings his axe up to try and block it with the face of the axe, but he overswings, and as the fire hits him, he actually stumbles a bit, and his axe falls to the ground next to him. Damage, please.
Yep.
Nice.
Mm.
And one more D8. Right? No, another 2d6 because you crit with one. It's 2d6.
Ignore that D8 that I just rolled.
Sorry, I
It
said
didn't
the wrong
even
thing.
walk through.
You're at 22.
Plus 8. 30.
Okay. How does he die?
As the hammer falls to the ground, and the weight of it tips him over, and as he's tipping over, they just like shoot one through his neck, through his jaw, through his eye socket as the last 3, and then he collapses on the ground, and his like eye and the whole side of his face is burned out.
Beautiful. And that's where we're going to stop for a break. Thank you guys for joining us. We will be back in about 10-ish minutes while we go and get something to drink and go to the bathroom.
Yep.
You soon.
That's me. I gotta do things.
Hey everybody! Welcome back. Thanks for giving us our little 10-minute break there. We are going to hop back in unless anybody has anything they want to say.
Yep, thanks again for the Shout Out Pen and Paper podcast. Thanks for talking to me, Reckless, and thank you everybody on Twitter who I talk to all the time.
Thanks for joining us. We are going to see what these guys are going to do now with a bunch of dead orc bodies and a weird gray person.
Who's fainted?
I say we leave her.
That's your cue.
Oh.
Well,
Well, we're gonna pretend I have meta knowledge of what a death save is, and I'm gonna pull up my healer's kit and heal. You are stabilized with 2 hit points. Because of my magic gloves. Everybody give her a little bit of space. There was a giant orc in front of her when she went down.
That's true.
Yeah, it's super brave to take all of them on like that.
Oh, my head.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Where did you all come from?
Red Larch.
Well,
Well, you know,
kinda.
Kind of.
well,
That direction.
well, I was gonna say that I came from the Feywild. Never mind. We came from that way.
Yeah.
Oh, she kind of gets up and, like, is very tall again, and wipes, like, shit off of her. Thank you for helping.
What was your deal with the dude that was speaking Orcish and was being icky and gross?
Ah, that reminds me. And she leans down and kicks the shit out of this body and spits
Like-
on it.
I'm sorry, do
Flops
you know
around
people in the...
gracelessly.
There's people in the cart? Are they okay? Do you know them?
No, I do not.
Also, is the wheat still on fire?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
There's a field.
shit! I jump out of the backpack and I just take off.
Jack, am I still big?
Yeah. Yeah. For 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes?
These orcs do not
It really
understand
lasts
how
that
to
long.
make toast.
Holy cow.
No, it's
Oh, it's a
for
minute.
1 minute with
Oh.
concentration.
For a minute, yes. You got
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry,
always
Will, what were you
funny.
saying?
I said, these orcs. I'm looking at the wheat, the burning wheat. These orcs, they do not understand how to make toast. They're very stupid.
Yep.
You know, burning wheat. Never mind.
Although some
No, that
people
was
would
funny.
say that wheat is toast.
Oh my goodness. How many times are we controlling flames?
What in the fuck?
Stop it.
Can
Stop
we-
it.
How
Stop
big?
it.
How big is the fire?
Stop it.
You have to keep hitting the button!
We believe you! It's okay!
Also a cantrip, so like my dude, you're not like checking anything off.
Just,
It's the entire field, so it's going to take you probably a solid 2 minutes of cantripping.
Got you.
If Bjorn weren't
No,
depressed,
stop.
he would.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
If Bjorn weren't depressed, he would be shooting little firebolts every once in a while as you move down the way. to reignite the
Behind
flames.
me.
But Bjorn's
damn it.
not doing that.
Or Salune, damn it.
Beth, can I try really hard to focus and see if there's anything magical on these orcs?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me percentiles.
Cool.
Beth, I as Nikki assumed I didn't
54.
know them. Was I
You do
right?
not.
Okay, cool.
No, we're a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah. Let's see what they have.
Guys, they have magical shit. Somewhere.
You can sense that.
If I try really, really, really hard.
Sometimes, though. She can only do it only sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we've been very rude. I'm Kessim. Your name?
Vivek Ogulukanu.
Can I call you Becky?
Becky with the good hair.
I hate you.
Oh boy.
Starting off so well.
My tribe is called me V.
Like that. That works too. I'm Faye. Faye and V. Same, you know?
Mhm.
Okay, there is a ping of yellow
Mm-hmm.
coming from inside the larger orc right next to you's pocket,
Cool.
sort of hanging off of his hip.
I'ma snatch it wherever I can find it.
You pull out a black cylinder that is really about a foot long and thin.
Weird.
Seeing that, can I take a look at that for a moment,
Yeah.
Kate?
Sure.
Can I make?
It glowed yellow, if that means anything to you, magic-wise.
Can I make some sort of check to determine what this is, or to see if I can figure out? I assume it's a wand of sorts.
You can make an Arcana check.
A 23.
So you don't know exactly what it is, but you know that it has the ability to change shape. You'd have to take some time to sit with it, just because rules as written identify as apparently worthless, but I'm trying to make it not be so.
Yep.
So it has, you can determine that it's transmutation on it. It is not something that will help you in combat, as far as it won't cast something from it.
Okay. And I will hand it back to Cade. It I'm not fully sure what it does, but I believe it changes shapes. It changes into other things. We'll have to let Stack take a look at it later.
So, I gather that the cool-ass skull axe is just a regular axe with skulls on it. Cool. I still want it, so I'm gonna keep it.
Reasonable. Yeah.
And while you are a medium-sized creature, you could wield it. Not while small, but while medium, you could wield it.
Beth, what are you doing to my action economy right now?
I just figured out how to make encounters from now on. Just give all the heavy weapons.
Kate, but can you go chase after him?
Yes. 1 second. I'm gonna put this new big axe, I assume is a great axe of some kind, in my shit. And then I'm gonna run after him!
They are spry for being so tiny.
They
Yeah.
are chaos.
But like a fun chaos, we are some happy well, we're good vibes chaos, not bad vibes chaos. I mean, right now we're kind of bad vibes, but that's just a long story. But we're usually good vibes chaos, like, you know, lots of fun, parties and inventions and hanging out at the tavern.
I'm assuming in Red Lodge.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Why is that?
Because Harbrook's a crook.
First we find out where people stand on that.
Oh. If you think Harbrook's great, then sorry, but
Oh, I do not know what you're speaking of.
the guy in charge, head honcho.
The
Never
constable
heard of him.
appears to be a member of an elemental cult of chaos that an elder god is using to destroy things.
You're
You
really
know.
just going to speak up to some random ass stranger and tell them all our secrets? Great,
I mean,
Catherine.
I really don't think this is a secret. I really think we need people to help with this.
It doesn't seem like she knows anything anyway, so we'll stop here. V, where are you from?
She just kind of looks around and is like trying to take in what the fuck just happened. Everywhere, really. My tribe travels often.
Have you spent time down near Miran? You sound you have a similar dialect.
I was going to say the same, but not quite.
Interesting.
You wouldn't happen to have seen a small version of me run around, have you?
You're gonna have to define small. Them size or her size or people size.
She kind of like adjusts her body, and I'd say like maybe we're the 5'11" mark is.
Oh,
4.
really? You think taller than that?
I think it's
Okay.
I think it's big.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's big.
Do you have a name?
Zilov?
Sorry.
No. It's all right. He's my little brother. He ran off when the orcs attacked us last.
I'm so sorry. I know what that's like.
It's okay. I will find him, and it'll be all right. Though, I've been feeling a lot of unnatural occurrences lately.
That would be
Yeah.
the elemental cults of chaos.
You know, the rain, the fire,
That is what that
the
is.
vomiting that you feel. Yeah.
I don't know about that last one.
I
but
don't know. Wait, that's different, Faye.
Okay. I just figured it was part of the, Earth Rumble. I just figured it was something that I couldn't hear, so it made me feel something stuff.
That earth rumble, what you talk about, that is what I have felt before.
You're too trusting. And Bjorn's gonna walk away.
What is wrong with your friend?
Sorry.
We lost somebody.
Oh, recently?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
It's hitting us hard. But you appear to be able to hold your own out here. Just hang along.
I was a comrade in my a captain, as you would say, in my tribe. So I know a little bit about fighting.
Appears so. You were taking home 3 alone. Not a thing many of us can do.
Well, if this... how do you say it? Elemental?
Yes.
Cult?
Well, we think there's 4 actually.
Oh.
One for earth, fire, water, air.
That makes sense. If they're the ones that are causing this, I want to try to make... If this current home is no longer safe, then I must make a new home that is safe for Zilov and I. So...
We don't know if if it's connected to the orcs, but
Oh. They seem to know what's going on.
okay, then this just moved up our priority list.
I'd be willing to help you. I always love a good smashing of orcs.
I won't speak on all of their behalves, but when they calm down and take a breath, I'm sure they'll be okay with it. The littlest one is Stack. The slightly less little one is Cade.
Faye's, the satyr, and Bjorn's. That's the one.
They move fast for little ones.
Yes.
That is the biggest mom sigh I have ever heard outside of my own mother.
It's just tired mom.
Yeah.
Get practice working with my volunteer kids.
Yeah.
If you would like, I can go check on the cart that was being attacked. If
Please,
anyone wants to
that
come
would-
with.
I'll come with you.
Okay. It is nice to have someone that is almost as tall as me.
It is rare to have somebody close to my size. And all of us are gray.
Have I prevented this forest fire?
I was going to switch over to Stack. So, in the couple of minutes that they've been talking, you've been able to beat it all down. The plot is ruined. It is scorched earth, quite literally. But you have prevented it from spreading.
I'm just sweating and just pass out starfish on the ground.
I feel like we always ruin the plot, do we not? Anyways.
It's true.
No, you usually just walk right around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay?
Vertical thumbs up from my prone position.
Cool. Would it make you feel better if I told you I found a magic thing?
Oh, hey, give me a minute.
Okay. I just plop myself next to him.
Oh, man. I don't know why the constable and other policemen talk so much shit on firefighters. This is hard work.
Yeah. I don't know how to put out fires, so, like, off my pay grade.
Yeah, I literally only took this spell today to mess with Faye, but boy, did it come in handy.
You're gonna mess with Faye?
Well, like, in a cool way, I was gonna do things.
Interesting. Pranks?
No,
And things?
not pranks. Fire magic.
Yeah.
I'm beat. Is that...
Yeah, man, we just started on our journey again, and then Orcapalooza.
Yeah, is that big lady okay?
Yeah, Kessim stabilized her. She seems friendly. I don't know. I was told to come find you, but now I don't realize why. Maybe it's to show you the thing that I found. I don't know.
Oh, alright, give it here. Did you use your powers to find this?
Yeah, I stared at the leader guy because I thought that maybe his this weapon thing was magical, but it's not. It's just cool looking. But then I found this cylinder thing that has yellow magic off of it, and Bjorn said that it was transmutation, I think.
I'm too tired for this. Siobhan will help us out.
And my book flaps out of my pack, and I instantly cast Identify on it
But
for the scribe thing.
It is a pole of collapsing.
What is that?
You can turn a 1-foot rod into a 10-foot pole.
I have more staffs.
Yeah, but this one's,
It will not burst through ceilings. It only, if you are in a space that is less than 10 feet tall, it only goes to the space that it has allowed.
It means that at some point I must use this to pole vault over something.
if you want it, go ahead.
Okay. Thanks.
Can I get a piggyback ride back to everybody else?
Yes. Hop on. And I just trot us back over to the people.
Okay. I see Faye and Bjorn had a little mini conversation. What are you guys doing afterwards?
Or if you want to pick that up, yeah.
We're apart
Go ahead.
now, but I was gonna say as he like goes over to sit against the fence, I walk over to the orcs that are over here and I start like looking like I'm going through their stuff, but every once in a while I'm just looking back and like making sure that he is still where I saw him last.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
-17 -1, 16.
Okay. There's a lot of knickknacks in their pockets. There's like one has 3 dead mice. There's a total of... I rolled a D100. 1 silver. And 11 copper. There's a jar of like moldy nuts. One has a sack, like an entire sack of beef jerky. That is the most useful thing, aside from the 1 silver.
I was gonna say, I definitely pocket the beef jerky.
Okay. And a bunch of odds and ends. Like, there's random keys. There's a couple of empty bottles. There's a flask that still has something in it.
Is there anything particularly shiny?
No, the 1 silver was covered in lint.
Okay. I pick up the bottles and the flask and I walk over to the group. And I just go, these could be useful for some goo. And I hand him Bjorn the bottles. And then I turn to, to V and I go, I don't know what this is, but here you go. And I hand her the flask.
I sniff it.
Make a nature check with advantage.
Seriously? Alright. It's fine. It's a 5.
Welcome to those stats.
No.
It is rank, and you quickly pull it away from your nose. It is foul, and you want nothing to do with it.
Maybe we give that to someone else. As in, more orcs.
I guess I take it back. Okay.
Don't smell it.
I immediately smell it.
Make a nature check. Flat.
11.
It smells rank.
I tried to warn you.
What you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in the cart that is apparently just left by the people that were there?
Well, as you go over and start to investigate, there is a tan, almost tarp-like material covering it.
Mm-hmm.
And what were clearly some rope that has been shredded. And the 2 young men who were here have since run off. If you go to pull back the tarp, you find a very heavily pregnant elven woman who has been tied up underneath it.
Oh, no. Is she conscious?
She is not.
I got it. Just free her.
I'll untie her.
And I will use my gloves to give her 2 hit points.
Okay. She very slowly comes back to consciousness, and she first... Selwyn? Selwyn, it's cold. And she looks around, and the first thing she sees is V. She sort of startles and
it's
puts her
okay.
hands up.
It's okay. It is all right.
Selwyn? Where's Selwyn? And she starts looking around frantically, one hand holding her stomach, and the other, like, up still to, like, ward you off as she looks around.
They have run off ahead because of the orcs. But we took care of the orcs for you.
Orcs! Orcs! As she leans forward, and that hand that she held out, she actually grabs the edge of your, like, chest piece and, like, yanks you forward a bit. She's not strong enough to move you, but she holds you and more pulls herself towards you than anything else. No, Selwyn! He's back! He didn't make it out! He's at the house!
Which way?
And she points back across the field that was engulfed in flame. Please, my husband!
We'll go.
Ob and Fib, young men. They ran?
Yes.
Okay, good. She winces as she puts her hand to her side.
How pregnant does she look?
Make a medicine check.
I have to be making this at disadvantage anyway because I'm exhausted. It's a 4.
She looks pretty pregnant.
Cool.
It's fine. We gotta go. Oh, wait, we gotta go get the car. We can't leave her here though.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, my husband. Please go find my husband.
Yeah, but like, oh shit.
We'll find him. I will stay here with her.
Are there horses pulling the cart? Or no?
There are 2 long wooden rods that stick out from the cart. But no, there are no horses.
Hey, maybe me and the new strong one can pull this cart that direction. Hi, we didn't officially meet. I'm Cade.
Vivek.
Cool. But yeah, we could just pull the cart towards the house.
You are the strong one in this group?
Yes, I am.
Never judge a book by its cover.
That's what I always say.
I'm gonna start pulling off these fence rails to be able to bring it the cart just across the field.
Okay.
I'll
Sure.
help him.
Absolutely.
This woman was tied up in this cart?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Really funny because we're both exhausted trying to pull this cart, but
I got this.
Try it anyway.
and try it anyway.
Who brought you here?
The orcs. We'd heard that they were moving closer, but none of them have crossed the river. We didn't think anything of it. My cousin's at Arroyo. They were attacked. Sorry, one second.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine. Find my husband, please. I'm sorry. We weren't prepared. We'd heard from friends and family that they've been moving across, taking over homesteads, and the orcs have been here for 3 days. At first we were able to appease them, with food, but we had none left. So they took us after setting fire. Over.
We will go find your husband.
Do you have any idea where they were going?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
I lean over to Kessim. They tend to find the nearest city to ransack.
Just don't know why they are taking people with them, but better that she's alive. I keep an eye on her.
Okay,
as we move.
The fence is down. We gotta keep her kind of close.
Yeah.
Ready, little one?
What?
She doesn't like that.
I guess there's two of you. Your name, I guess.
I'm Stack.
Stack. And this one. And she points. Medium one.
Me?
No.
Oh, she's big now. I forgot.
I'm not anymore of it.
But she did introduce herself.
I just
like
did
2
introduce
minutes ago.
myself, like 2 seconds ago. So
Yeah.
Kate is just like,
That's Cade.
yeah.
Ah. Yes. Apologies. I messed up in my
Alright.
head.
Uh-huh.
Okay, like if
Okay.
if the husband's like in a burning house or something, we gotta go.
Yep, we gotta
Yep.
go.
Come.
Cool.
I will hop up in the cart as they start pulling it, next to the woman, trying to make her comfortable.
She's going to grab onto your arm and hold it very tightly.
Oh no.
Is
I'm
there any way
gonna,
you can keep, like a passive medicine check on her going?
Yeah. What's your passive medicine?
It's wisdom based, so it's +7.
Okay, so it's a 17.
Yeah.
This woman is very strong to be in late stage labor and not be screaming.
We're gonna need a minute, guys.
Kessim and I will stay here. You guys go look for her husband. I think we have the most knowledge on this.
Are there any orcs left in your town with your husband, or did they all come with you?
It doesn't matter. He's gotta be here for this.
And Stack just demounts and starts taking off across the field.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, what counts as knowledge? I mean, I watched my mom pop out like 11 siblings, so
That is impressive.
Just go, Kate. We all have our different
going.
skills.
I'm going. Right. I'm going.
I run and I very quickly catch up with Stack, and I go, you do not run off on your own. We're not doing this.
Dads have to be there for when their children are born.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Faye.
And
You flicker for a moment.
What was that?
Faye is odd. Emergency.
Weird stuff happens to me. That doesn't really matter. We're gonna keep running, but we're not gonna run off by ourselves, okay, Stack? Okay, Stack?
Try to keep up.
I slow down my pace.
That tracks.
Take inspiration. That's adorable. Okay. So you guys run across this field that Stack has helpfully put out. And as you come to the edge of it, you are actually close to the top of a hill. As you crest over, you see a house that used to be up in flames. It is now just sort of smoldering. Soft wisps of smoke gently trailing off into the air. It is made of both stone and wood, so some of the foundation is still there. It's not like it is complete cinders. But doors and windows are almost extinct. You can extinct a door, right? Don't judge me.
Extinguish?
I speak good.
I mean, the word
And-
raise means burn down. Language is silly.
Yeah. There are the scorched remains of a vegetable garden out front. And it's a very small cottage. Room for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 people at the most.
Yeah, vicious smoke and there's no open flame. I'm like going in through door, window, whatever is easy.
Okay. The main front door has burned away enough that you could probably walk straight through under like a wooden arch almost, because the bottom half has been burned so much. And as you get in, make me an investigation check.
22, 15 plus 7.
Okay. You walk into what is the remains of a family sitting room. There's a couch that is no more. There's a knocked over couple of chairs. There's obviously a number of items were broken before the fire was started, as stuff is scattered all about. And there are a pair of legs sticking out from around the corner.
Elf, human, half elf.
As you approach it, some sort of elven descent.
Yeah. So I'll slide down to my knees, kind of like put a hand on his chest, feeling for his breath, and see if I can find a pulse or something.
Medicine check.
I'm gonna start trying to lift rubble off this dude.
Okay.
9. I got excited. I thought it was intelligence based. Fuck.
Yeah, you're having a hard time finding anything.
Did you find him?
Yeah, help her get this off. Any sort of flames or ember, like even like the most minute, I'm just gonna go ahead and...
Yeah, there's actually some smoldering
Yeah.
coals and yeah.
All gone.
I will help lift the rubble off of him.
Okay. There's not a lot. Just some broken pieces of wood. It looks like maybe a falling stone hit his head, and that is what took him out. But you were able to clear the space around him.
We bring him back, right?
Yeah. Faye, are you good at like medicine stuff or anything?
I mean, I'm not the worst, but I'm not like a Kesum. I mean, I could try.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about that kind of stuff.
Tell me what you want me to do. I'm your medicine. I'm the medicine lady now. What do you want me to do?
Stack, what were you doing before? Just like feeling for a pulse? Yeah.
I was just trying to see if he was alive. I have a potion if he is, but if he's not, it's kind of moot point. And his like hands are like on his head, and he's stressing.
Okay. I put my hands on him. Can I have a medicine check?
Absolutely.
Dirty 20.
You put your hands on his chest. And you don't feel anything. But you move your face closer, and you put your cheek next to his mouth, and there's a puff of air.
Wanna scream? Because this guy, I don't know what's going on, but I think he's breathing. I feel the on my face. Yeah, I think he's alive.
Breathing.
Okay, I forgot. I used my potion in the last fight. Do you have anything?
Oh, what kind of potion are you looking for?
You actually didn't.
It is not in my inventory, so...
Well, I think you stole one of Kessam's. I don't know if you gave it back to her.
It's not my inventory, so we're going with that.
I have this potion of healing if you want to use that. Will that help?
Grab it. Dump it.
Okay. There's violent coughing, and a good chunk of the health potion actually comes back out, along with some black soot as he's clearing his lungs. Are you rolling for the potion? How much did you roll?
8, if it matters, one way or another.
Okay. Well, I was going to say half of it doesn't get in, so that's 4.
Yeah.
But he's a commoner, and 4 is his max HP.
Ah, yes.
W.
So he coughs, and he like wipes his chest and his mouth, and he looks up from the ground at you guys, and then looks around. Where's Megan?
Yeah, you gotta be a dad, big guy. Get the fuck up.
Yeah,
And I grab his shirt and
super
start pulling
pregnant.
him up.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I'm pushing him from the back as he's pulling.
Okay, and we'll go back over to the other group. What are you guys doing to assist this woman?
I have taken my pack off and my trench coat and hesitantly, and then kind of place it down underneath her and take my my bedroll and put it up underneath her head and help her lay down and just hold on to her hand.
Yeah, her fingernails are like digging into your skin.
Yep.
She doesn't seem to notice. She keeps looking out over the field, watching to see if people are coming back.
Yeah.
They will find him. You're in good hands. I'll look at Kessam and kind of
Kessam-
motion with my head towards her
Yeah, no, she's getting
lower extremities.
Yeah. Are you ready to do this?
My husband's not here.
I promise he will be.
They will
It's our
bring
first
him
kid.
back.
He has to be here.
I promise they will get him.
Okay.
And she's gonna do some of the deep breathing she's trying to teach Stack.
Nice.
Okay. And she's gonna cast Enhance Ability on herself. Just for any medicine checks that might come up for the next hour.
You have one of my panic bags in your pack, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see how she's doing. Go ahead and make me a medicine check.
So I
Does
have
she have
advantage on
advantage?
wisdom. Do I have advantage on wisdom-based checks? $23.
Okay. Yeah, this woman is crowning. Yeah, she has been in labor for quite a while. So you scramble around to between random items in this cart, items in your backpack. You're able to find a blanket.
Yes.
I gave her my coat to use.
Sure, absolutely. You're able to find, there's a bottle of water that you're able to get your hands on, and you wash off yourself as you prepare to assist in this process.
I'm also slipping Bjorn my ointment and a health potion for emergencies.
Okay.
Yep, and I'll take it with my other hand.
As this woman begins to push, you hear the sound of Megan coming from over the hill, and her death grip on Bjorn tightens even more, impossibly, and she tries to sit up a bit more to look over. It's like,
I'll push her down. I'll push her down.
And she starts sobbing. And her husband is in breakneck pace, running across this barren field.
I'm gonna vortex warp him into the thing.
He is coming. You must lay still.
It's 90
You
feet.
do not want to
It's
harm
far.
the child.
Yeah. Okay. You get him well over half the way across this field. And he, between his movement and the amount of time it takes to deliver a child, he is able to get there. Can I get one more medicine check, please, Kessim?
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Delivering babies
Oh.
on stream. Here we go.
Only 4.
So as he arrives, the mother is jostled a bit as she is still resisting against Bjorn to try and get to him. She throws her other arm out. They wrap around each other. They're sobbing. And a small, wrinkly, bloody mess of an elven baby is delivered into your hands. And it takes a moment. There's a long pause. But then there's a high-pitched wail of a baby crying.
We are all the godparents of this new child.
I will, for the first time, I guess, since Yvain passed, he kind of cracks a bit of a smile, takes his sonic screwdriver out, turns it into a pair of snips, and snips the umbilical cord, and says, good life, good death.
So the desperate sobbing of the parents turns into joyous laughter as they are looking at themselves and looking at this wrinkly child. And Megan sits up and is like, please, holding out her hands for her baby.
Do you
Takes
have
her.
a name picked out?
We Selwyn for a boy. And she takes it and wipes the face softly. And the husband is petting the very soft head and fingering the ears and counting toes. And eventually they clean off enough and they look at each other in slight confusion, we don't have a name for a girl.
Would you mind if I suggested Yvain? It seems fitting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. And she starts sobbing again and holding her child close. and her husband is laughing and holding them. They just seem lost in each other. And then you all feel very warm. Hey, I need a Constitution saving throw.
$21.
Hey, erupts into flames and poofs out of existence. And that's where we're ending tonight's episode.
Hey,
What just happened?
That's where we're ending tonight's episode.
Okay, fair thing aside, I have never been more invested in rescuing somebody before. Holy shit.
I am crying again.
That was fucking cool, man.
as soon as she went into labor, I was like, "This is gonna be baby Yvonne. I know it."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I felt. I was like, we're gonna do it.
Kendall messaged me and was like, please let it be a girl. I'm so fucking ahead of you, Kendall. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I think we all were like, we're gonna name this child.
Yay.
And we're still all crying.
I know.
Awesome. Beth, that was fucking cool, man.
Yay, I'm glad. I'm glad we were able to get here. Miranda. So, for those of you who don't know, Miranda has school, and it is taking her away from us for a little while. So this was Miranda's last episode, at least for now. We have been talking about maybe if she has time, classes are canceled, or she has a week off or something. Maybe we can see if she can join us, and then we'll reassess after the semester. But for now, let's all give a big hug to Miranda. We're gonna miss you.
That's so good to see her.
For everything, guys. It's been fun. Don't worry.
We'll miss
She'll be
you.
back with all of her fire and fun and chaos.
Yes.
And chaos.
My buddy.
As always, I want to say super special shout out, thank you to Syrinscape for the amazing ambiance music. Really helped tonight set the tone. We will be back next Tuesday. Is it February yet? Next Tuesday?
Yes, it is.
It is. It's
First
February 1st.
Woo!
We'll see you then at 6 p.m.
Same
Thank you
bat
for joining us,
time,
guys.
same bat place.